The world of Roblox is full of oddities, from wacky games to bizarre concepts that for some reason keep players coming back for more. These games are what I like to call brainrot. They re so addictive and strange that you can help but get sucked in. Grab a snack, sit back, and let's dive into the top 10 weirdest Roblox games that will definitely rot your brain. Trust me, you won't believe some of these. 10. Shrek in the back rooms. Imagine taking the iconic character Shrek, the lovable ogre from the beloved Shrek franchise, and dropping him into the nightmarish maze-like world of the back rooms. Sounds weird, right? But that's exactly what this game does, and it's just as strange and surreal as it sounds. The back rooms are already infamous in internet culture as a terrifying, endless maze of yellow-tinted rooms that seem to go on forever, filled with an eerie hum. Add Shrek into the mix, and you get a bizarre, chaotic blend of horror, surrealism, and internet humor that creates a game you just can't put down. In this game, you're not just trying to escape the back rooms, you're navigating through endless hallways, strange entities, and random encounters, all while Shrek somehow exists in this universe. The absurdity of it all is what makes it so addictive. The game has a strange humor to it, with players finding themselves laughing at the sheer randomness of seeing Shrek in such a dark and eerie setting. As you roam the yellow-tinted halls, you'll wonder if you were meant to survive, or if the point is to see how far Shrek can get before you lose your mind. The creepy atmosphere, combined with a ridiculous premise, somehow makes this game one of the most bizarrely compelling experiences in Roblox. It's one of those games you can't help but keep coming back to, not just to escape, but to explore how weird it can get. Will Shrek make it out of the back rooms, or will you? Either way, you'll be hooked and probably questioning your sanity as you dive deeper into the madness. 9. The Mimic. This is not your typical Roblox horror game. The Mimic takes creepy to an entirely new level with its Japanese horror-inspired themes, heavily influenced by famous horror stories and folklore from Japan, like the yokai and spirits that haunt the living. The game is designed to leave you unsettled from the very first moment, with its chilling atmospheres, eerie sound design, and disturbing visuals. You won't just encounter jump scares. It's the psychological horror that really gets under your skin. As you play, you'll be chased by terrifying creatures, each one more disturbing than the last, through environments that feel straight out of a nightmare. The settings themselves are a character, with abandoned buildings, dark forests, and temples that seem to hold ancient secrets and deadly mysteries. You'll find yourself constantly questioning whether you're even safe in this twisted world, with shadows lurking around every corner, just waiting to pounce. What makes the Mimic stand out from other Roblox horror games is its suspense-filled pacing. It doesn't rely solely on cheap jump scares. The build-up to each terror is what truly makes it so effective. You'll often find yourself tiptoeing through the game, hesitant to turn the corner, afraid of what might be waiting for you on the other side. It's that constant feeling of dread that makes you want to keep playing just to see what happens next. The more you play, the more you start questioning if your brain will survive the next scare. And when you think you've seen it all, the game throws in another horrifying twist, pulling you deeper into the nightmare. It's not just about surviving. It's about facing your fears head-on and hoping you can make it out alive, or at least with your sanity intact. 8. Adopt Me. Here's the kicker. Adopt Me isn't weird in a creepier horror sense, but more in a strangely addictive way. It's one of those games that feels so simple at first, yet somehow manages to sink its claws into you. And before you know it, you've spent hours in its world. In Adopt Me, you raise virtual pets, trade them with friends, and decorate your house in a colorful world, full of adorable creatures and cutest accessories you can imagine. But there is something about the simplicity and accessibility of this game that makes it insanely popular and unexplainably addicting. Players can spend hours collecting rare pets like unicorns, dragons, and even legendary creatures, and it doesn't stop there. The real draw comes in with the trading aspect. The game has an entire economy revolving around the exchange of pets, making it feel like a virtual marketplace where rare items are worth more than gold. What starts as a relaxing game about adopting pets quickly turns into a full-fledged obsession. As you start chasing after the next big trade or the rarest pets in the game, what makes it so addicting? Isn't just the trading, but also the sense of achievement when you collect and level up your pets. You can hatch eggs, raise the pets, and watch them evolve into even more rare and powerful animals. As you collect more pets, you start to feel like a pet collector, constantly striving to complete your collection and outdo other players with your prized virtual pets. The quest to get that legendary pet feels almost like a real-world treasure hunt, and it rots your brain as you pour hours into improving your virtual life. There's also the aspect of customizing your own home, which feels like a mix of interior design and pet ownership. Players spend time decorating their homes to reflect their personalities, creating elaborate setups for their pets to live in. It's that balance of simplicity, trading, and customization that keeps drawing people back, creating a loop that you can't help but get trapped in. 7. Bloxburg ever wondered what it's like to live a second life, where you can build houses, start a job, and even raise a family? Well, Bloxburg is Roblox's version of The Sims, but with a twist that turns it into something much weirder and much more addictive. The weird part? People treat it less like a game and more like a real-life simulator, dedicating hours to managing their in-game existence, as if it were their actual life. The obsession with creating the perfect virtual life makes this game so strangely compelling. In Bloxburg, it's all about the details. Players spend hours obsessing over furniture, architecture, and interior design. Not just building houses, you redesigning the perfect home down to the last detail, choosing furniture, layouts, and colors that reflect your ideal lifestyle. From kitchens to bedrooms, the game lets you create everything you can imagine. You can even invite others into your perfectly crafted world to show off your designs. The game taps into that deeply ingrained human desire to curate and manage one's surroundings, and before you know it, you're lost in the thrill of creating the ideal home. But it doesn't stop at just building houses. There's a whole life simulation aspect that makes it even weirder. You can get a job in various professions, earn money, and use that to expand your virtual life. Whether you're a chef, builder, or stylist, the goal is to create a seamless, functional existence, almost as if you're living a second life. You can even raise a family, adopting pets, building relationships with other players, and doing everyday tasks that mimic real-world responsibilities. The true weirdness comes from how obsessed people get with these virtual lives. The game becomes less about the gameplay and more about perfectionism. How much money can you make? How beautiful can your house become? Can you achieve that perfect life without ever stepping outside the game? It's easy to fall into the trap of grinding for more money, to furnish your home, or create the ultimate family setup, and before you know it, you're spending hours managing your virtual existence. This odd fixation with creating an idealized version of your life can completely consume you. 6. MeepCity. MeepCity is like a social playground within Roblox. But here is where the brain rat truly begins. It is so easy to lose track of time while hanging out in this endless virtual world. At first glance, it seems like just another casual game where you can chat, decorate your estate, earn coins, and throw parties. But don't be fooled. It's a lot more addictive than it sounds. This game is essentially a virtual hangout space, where the main goal is to build and personalize your virtual life. But what really makes it so captivating is the constant influx of customization options and the highly addictive nature of social interaction within this pixelated world. In MeepCity, the first thing that hooks you is the ability to decorate your Meep home however you want. Whether you're setting up a cozy living room, an extravagant party room, or a relaxing backyard, the game gives you so many options that it feels like you're designing your dream home. But it doesn't stop there. The game is built around a social experience where you can chat with friends, meet new people, and even throw parties with your customized virtual spaces. As you keep collecting more coins and expanding your virtual world, it feels like you're building a bigger, better version of your ideal life. What makes this game so oddly addictive is how quickly you get sucked into its endless customization possibilities. The more you earn, the more you can expand, and the more you decorate, all while showing off your creations to others. But it's not just about decorating your space. It's about socializing. You'll find yourself spending hours in chat rooms, attending parties, and just hanging out with other players in the game's vibrant virtual world. That constant sense of connection is what makes it hard to stop playing. And as you keep expanding your estate and interacting with other players, you'll realize that you've fallen into a kind of addiction loop. The more you interact, the more you crave the validation from your peers, and that can keep you coming back for more. Before you know it, You're spending hours decorating your Meep home or attending the next big party, all while trying to level up and earn more virtual currency. The social rewards and creative outlet are so satisfying that you forget you replaying a game at all. It feels like a whole new way of living. 5. Arsenal. For those who love first-person shooters, Arsenal is Roblox's answer to games like Counter-Strike. What makes it weird? It's a fast-paced action combined with random weapon swaps and quirky mechanics. Every round feels like a chaotic free-for-all. As much as it can get repetitive, the competitive edge pulls you back every time. You can't help but keep playing, trying to be the one on top, even if it means burning through hours of your life. 4. Tower of Hell. This one's for the masochists out there. Tower of Hell is all about obstacle courses that get progressively harder as you climb. It's one of the most frustratingly addictive games you'll ever play. You'll rage, you'll laugh, and you'll probably throw your device at least once, but you'll still keep coming back. The weird part? The more you fail, the more determined you get to beat the course, rotting your brain as you chase that next win. The obstacles are relentless, and the time pressure makes it feel like a psychological challenge. 3. Bee Swarm Simulator. Picture this. You're a beekeeper, and your job is to collect pollen, make honey, and build your swarm of bees. The catch? You can't stop. Bee Swarm Simulator is one of those games that seems innocuous at first, but soon you'll be obsessed with upgrading your bees, collecting every last piece of pollen, and expanding your beehive empire. The simple mechanics of the game turn into a mind-numbing grind. And before you know it, you've spent hours collecting virtual pollen. Your brain will rot, but at least you'll have a massive swarm of bees to show for it. 2. Piggy Piggy is a combination of escape rooms, horror, and a bit of survival all rolled into one. But what makes it weirdly addictive is the fear factor mixed with the need to solve puzzles while being chased by a creepy pig monster. It's one of those games where, even though you've played it a million times, you're still unsure if you'll make it out alive. You'll be on edge, but it's that adrenaline rush that keeps bringing you back, making your brain rot a little more each time. 1. Survive the Killer. Survive the Killer takes a simple concept, escaping from a killer in a creepy setting, and turns it into an obsession. As you avoid the killer and try to survive, you're constantly upgrading your character, unlocking new abilities, and facing new challenges. The weird part. The repetition doesn't get old. Each round feels like a fresh challenge. And you'll find yourself coming back for more, trying to outsmart the killer every time. It's the ultimate in addictive gameplay that rots your brain while keeping you on the edge of your seat. So, there you have it. The top 10 weirdest Roblox games that are sure to rot your brain. Which game do you think is the most brain-rotting? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss out on more crazy lists like this. Till next time, keep gaming. Just don't get too addicted.